Hey everybody, Rachel here from Rachthestamper.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really cool sticky note, post-it note, whatever it is you want to call them, holder. These measure 3 by 3. You could certainly, if you have bigger ones, we could adapt this to make a bigger post-it holder. I know they make some that are longer, and they also make some that are like a notepad, like not a legal pad, but like a mini pad. I guess this is a steno pad, and then but it's a little smaller than this and it's sticky, so you could adapt that to that as well. You just would have to make your base bigger, but we're going to use this today making the Coffee Break Designer Series paper, and we're going to use some basic black cardstock as our base. And I just wanted to tell you guys, they did get rid of the packs of 12 by 12. Now they're kind of selling them in collections, so you can get the best brights, and it'll come with 3 different colors, 8 sheets each. So they do the brights, the subtles, the neutrals, the regals, but you can still get the full 12 by 12 for either of the in color collection. So you'll get all 5 of those. You get 4, or I lost my page. You can get basic black, very vanilla, or whisper white in 12 by 12. So you could use those as base cards unless you happen to have some other stuff left over. But you can actually get two of these projects out of one sheet of 12 by 12. So what I went ahead and did is I trimmed this at 5 3/4. So we have 5 3/4 by 12. We're going to do a little scoring, and then we'll just get our trimmer back out so we can trim up the Designer Series paper. So we're going to score this on the 5 3/4. We're going to start, and we'll use the fatter end. It tends to work a little better. We're going to start at a 1/2 inch, an inch, 4 3/4. Oop, jump the track. 4 3/4. There we go. And 5 1/4. And now we're going to flip this, and now we're going to score at 2, 2 1/2, 6, 9 1/2, 10 1/2, 11 1/2. Okay, and let me just move this out of the way. So I actually got this this idea from Angie Judah. She did a Halloween card last year, or not a card, a Halloween note holder. And I thought I really like Halloween, so I was just already kind of looking at Halloween ideas. So I thought this would be a great idea for back to school. And I made these actually for a new friend of mine, Mary Beth. And I thought this would be really fun for a back to school project if you have like teachers that you wanted to give just a little, like a little back to school gift, or maybe the secretaries at school or something. Okay, so now we're going to do a little trimming. So another thing you could do if you'd like is you could take your circle punch, and you can punch in like a half circle if you want to make it more decorative. I'm not going to do that on this part. So we're going to just do a little trimming, but basically you have an end that has a very wide piece and then one that has 3 skinny pieces, so you want to start with the wide. So we're going to trim here at the 2nd notch, and same on this side, and then we're going to trim this whole piece out. Okay, so I'm going to fold this down. Okay, and then the same on this one. And other thing about this, you can actually, you wouldn't be able to mail these are way too bulky, but if you wanted to wrap them in a cellophane bag, you could actually almost fold them flat. So that's pretty neat. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to just put some adhesive here onto this, and we're going to fold this one backwards, and then this is going to kind of hold our back up. So you'll see, look just like that. So we're going to put, you could use either tear and tape or fast fuse. I would highly recommend, because otherwise you don't want this to fall apart. And I'd like to put 2 in there because I'd hate to give something to somebody and it falls apart. And then I'm going to put this one first because the other day when I did it, I put it on backwards. So I'll put this on here first. And I just kind of, when I do the fast fuse, you could use Tombow as well, because that way it'll give you a little bit of an adjustment. You put this on at first and make sure it's lined up, and then I kind of go in with my finger, or you could go in with your bone folder and just give it like a nice firm press. Okay, so then this one's going to fold backwards. And then this is going to fold up like that. So you're going to have, this is going to look like an M. So you want your adhesive on this piece here. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and line this up. Again, just so it kind of matches up with the, oops, a little too fast, with the bottom edge and the sides. If you can see that there. Okay, and then just give that a little press kind of with your fingers, and then that folds. So then there you go, it stands up. So you can see what it looks like. It stands up just like that. So now we're going to just trim a piece of this designer series paper. We're actually going to use two. We'll use both sides. We're going to trim two pieces. We're going to put one on the inside and then one to cover the front, and then I will show you what we're doing from there. So let me get my trimmer. So we want to have two pieces, and we're going to have them 3.5. So you just want to make sure you want your length to be 3.5. So make sure you pick the correct direction, or else your coffee cups are going to be going sideways. So we're going to cut the 3.5 first. Okay, we'll just set this on the side, and then we're going to have one that is one. See, now this one's going to be sideways, so we're going to do the other one first. 3.25. And then this other piece, oops, this other piece won't matter. So this is the piece that's going to go. Am I mistaken? I am mistaken. I am mistaken. I cut this wrong. What a pull off. All right, let's do it this way. I'm sorry. So we're going to go 3.25. And we can make this into our other piece. 3.25 by 3.5. Blondie. Blondie strikes again. So this one's going to go in here. Oh my goodness, I didn't do it again, did I? Son of a gun. I did. I'm sorry. I am being such a dingling today. All right, to save time, what we're going to do is we're going to flip this backwards. We're going to use the beans, and then we'll put the coffee strips on the front. I am so sorry. This is just, I'm being absolutely ridiculous. So this is your 3.5 by 3.25. So what you want is, this is going to be your 3.5. So that's right, 3.5, and then this is going to be 3.25. Am I right on this? And then you're going to have your lines in there. 3.5 by 3.25. Really, you could do 3.5 by 3.5. This is 3.5 square. This is going to be like the longest video of the quickest thing I was trying to do. There we go. Okay. So we can trim just a hair off of this. We'll just make it 3.25 square. Would be simpler to say, Rachel. 3.25 square is what you want to do for this. So 3.25 square, and then we'll just trim one of these for the beans into a short one. So this is going to be 1 and, make sure I have the right side. 1 3/4. 1 3/4. 1 3/4, and then this is going to fit right here onto the front. Okay. So let me get this out of the way, and I'm going to show you the couple things we're going to stamp, and then we will be finished. We're going to put this on with a little bit of fast fuse. Sorry, that's what happens when you're stamping in my craft room and when you're stamping with children. Chatter, distraction, measuring incorrectly, fast fuse not working. Oh goodness, got a little crazy with the fast fuse there. One tip I will tell you, make sure when you put this on that you do get your fast fuse to the end, otherwise your little flaps will stick up, and that it just doesn't look quite as clean. Okay, so there you go. Maybe I needed a little bit more of this coffee before I started this project today. Okay, so there is your little holder. And again, if you wanted to, you don't really want to cut through two pieces of paper, and it would be a little difficult now to line it up correctly, but if you wanted to put a little notch in there, you could. But your Post-it notes will fit in there just perfectly. And then the only other thing I thought we could do, which would be fun, is to stamp. That was awesome, thanks. I think it would be a good thing for a teacher, because teachers are pretty awesome in my opinion. So that was awesome. Thanks. We're going to do that. And we will go with these in, how about garden green? And you could do this with the coffee. That would be really fun as well, if you had the coffee bean set. So we'll do the thanks in Early Espresso. And we will do the That Was Awesome in Garden Green. And I'm going to just do these onto... I did these the other day on a little strip and they turned out really, really cute. So let me try that. So I'm going to stamp this just at the top. That Was Awesome. And then just to the side of it, see if that's upside down, we'll put the thanks. See if we can fit all this on one strip. Okay, let me move these out of the way before I show you what I was going to do with them. All right, one more time with the trimmer, and I'm going to see if I can trim this out to a, let's see, what's that? Looks like maybe 1 1/4, and then I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. See where my words fall. I can't get it into 1 inch, but I can get it just over 1 inch. So have that there. And then what we're going to do is punch it out with the triple banner punch. And you might have to punch this a couple times just because mine is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. But generally, if it is too long, instead of trimming it at the other end, I'll usually just cut through till I get closer to where I want to be. And the nice thing about this is you can actually see where you're punching. There you go. And then that'll fit right on here. So you could put this on with some dimensionals. You could put it on with glue dots. You could put it on with some fast fuse. But there you go. Cute, cute, cute little Post-it note holder you could give to teachers, friends. You could absolutely change this, embellish this sentiment up. You can embellish it with a little bit of dazzling diamonds. You could hand cut out a couple of these little coffee beans, wouldn't be too hard, and attach them to it. But I hope you guys like this project. I will put all the measurements on the blog as soon as I get it posted. And as always, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to follow along with me on YouTube at Rachthestamper or on Facebook at Rachthestamper. I do Facebook and YouTube lives, and the only way for you to be notified is if you're a subscriber. And then when you go on there, and if you see a live video to say turn on, it'll let you know when I do a live video, so that way you won't have to catch it on the replay. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. If you'd like to get any of these supplies and more, you can get them 24/7 in my online store, rachthestamper.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching, guys.